Have you ever been called fat or ugly? Everyone has been bullied or witnessed someone being bullied. Now, think of someone important to you. Maybe a daughter, a son, a brother, or even a sister. You wouldn't want them to be hurt or suffer the harsh effects of bullying, would you? Pacer.org states that 19.6 of high school students in the U.S. report being bullied at school in the past year. As a high schooler, I was bullied almost every day. Therefore, I know quite a bit about the subject. The purpose of this speech is to convince everyone to realize the severity of bullying. Everyone should be informed about bullying because we need to learn how to detect it in our children. We should know the terrible toll it could take on our children, and for children that are suffering bullying to be able to talk about it. As parents, we should know the signs of bullying to be able to detect it. StopBullying.org states that recognizing is an important first step in taking action. There are many signs that point to a bullying problem in school. Some of these signs include unexplainable injuries, declining grades, a change in your child's eating habits, and many more. Whenever I was in high school, I had some of these same characteristics because I was dealing with bullying. I started skipping class a lot. I didn't want to go to class at all because I knew that I was just going to get picked on. I stopped eating a lot, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. And you need to stay on top of these things, and one way that you can do this is always talk to your children's teachers or even their principal and see if they could keep a close eye on your child and make sure nobody's messing with them or bullying them. Next, I will talk to you about the terrible toll bullying can take on a child's life. Being bullied can lead to depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and even suicide in children. Ever since I was bullied, I developed a anxiety disorder that makes me have panic attacks in random times, and I don't like dealing with this, but it's just something that I have to do ever since I was bullied. Children'sResourceGroup.com states that 30% of victims at age 8 had psychiatric disorders as young adults. As for suicide, if suicide is the third leading cause of death in young adults. Therefore, it is very important to always watch your child very closely and just keep a good eye on them. That's really all you can do. And lastly, I want to talk about talking about the situation. That is always the answer to depression and anxiety whenever you're dealing with bullying, is just to talk about it and let it off your chest. Talk to your child, your siblings, your friends. Just make sure they know how to release it off their chest. As a student, I never had anyone to talk to these things about, so it made it harder to deal with this. So just make sure you always talk to them. Pacer.org states that 64% of children who were bullied did not report it. Therefore, it is very important to talk to your children even if you don't see the signs of bullying. And if you are one who is dealing with bullying, you need to talk to a counselor or talk to your teacher, talk to your parents, talk to friends, anybody. This could really help you. The purpose of my speech is to convince people to realize the concerns of bullying. People should know how to detect the signs of bullying, the illnesses caused by bullying, and to always know to talk about it. I know about the subject because on a daily basis in high school, I was bullied myself, and it was very hard to deal with. With the knowledge you now have about bullying, would you want someone dear to you to suffer these consequences? I sure wouldn't. I hope what I have said today has moved you and helped you to understand a little bit more and understand the concerns. Please go home and talk to your children, talk to a friend, talk to your siblings, whoever it is, just talk to them. You could save a life. Thank you for listening.